Onward, Trumpy soldiers, marching to Montreal. That den of crazed socialists will one day fall. First we get Venezuela, then Cuba too. Then, like ripe grapes, Russia falls, and China, yes, it's true. Oh, onward, onward to kill soldiers, marching as to war. The left is about to get a big black guy. Yes, and off pressure, so AIDS. Now, right now, we got what you call your basic socialist government here, in which he's trying to rob from the rich to give to the poor. Now, I'm poor, and you would think, why, what's in it for Vinny? But I don't believe in thievery. And communism is basically thievery. It's stealing from the productive members of society to give to the less productive. Now, as long as it's in balance and the economies are kept in check, they can be a force of change to where the capitalist system becomes a little harsh, a little bit too one man, one man for himself. It becomes a philosophy in which you get the maximum of profits without giving the minimum back. That doesn't stabilize the society and makes the economies powerful. Now, but the commies ultimately, in every situation, become phony balonies, hypocrites. Like, for instance, Mondami, whatever the hell his name is, he's having his aides. They're wanting their perks and they act like the rich people do, the worst of the rich people. They're a bunch of hypocrites and they want privileges for themselves. They'll lock you up and then go to parties. And they'll party, and they didn't go on COVID. They didn't wear their masks. We had to wear the masks. The people had to wear the masks. They would have their kids, educations, such as they are. A lot of times they don't have kids, especially the female ones. They're cat ladies. They don't have kids right now. I don't see that happening. Well, I haven't even heard of a public school teacher with a kid. What do they do with them? They don't have the wife taking care of them or what? Anyway, Rex for killer. Oh yeah. They gave this transgender assassin who killed a bunch of kids in Canada. You got the special privilege of becoming a female shooter. Let's make this as clear. Just because you play dress up don't mean you jump in the other team. You're still a guy. You're an angry tranny. That's all you are. And a lot of times they are. They're just angry at God, they're angry at fate, and they're angry at the humanity for not catering to their every whim. That's the truth. The UN, what the UN is doing is supporting the killers, the murderers. They honor Iran gets to be in the civil rights division. And they didn't like what the Trumpy did when he got that Maduro guy. He perked him up because you're supposed to, according to the UN, have special privileges once you're a real leader and cannot be held accountable for the things you do. Look, America has to get more imperialist and more bold like Trumpy wants. And this will put the whole world on notice that America is no longer the fool. We had an Olympian, a Chinese gal. Because she worked for her own government against our government. That's treason. Treason, I tell you. Cute babe, I'll tell you that. Not only babe, but then Alice. But I sold for the highest bidder. Oh, yeah, yeah. The Don's mad world. Yeah, the Don, he's been winning on all fronts. He's doing it. The economies in this government, or this country don't like it one bit. They'd rather have Biden be president, the corpse that walked like a man, and than our great leader, who's can be in control of the world and slimy, flexing American muscles. Yeah, I'm putting this thing here. Very calm, a little tired. I didn't take my morning coffee because Some people think I shouldn't have no more than 40. I think I should have no more than 40. I don't use that much. Set her trust into to trans. Yeah, this young girl, and this is happening constantly. They're being browbeaten, the parents, and to for puberty to basically alter a woman or a little girl's body or a little boy's body and take off their private parts and convert them to the other side. Well, not really converted. You can't make that decision. Neither can the parents if they were into it. A lot of parents, they're not into it. It's the state. The state is saying, hey, you got no right to your child, what they're going to do. And if you go against them, we'll take your kid. If we can turn him into a boy, into a girl. They don't know the consequences. It's turning away from Europe. It's turning away from this because they realize, oh, they're going to commit suicide. Look, they have mental illnesses. You're playing on it, or they have a traumatic situation pre-teen, or even during the teens. You should not be able to do such a dynamic situation until you're 18 without your parents, with your parents' permission. Because that's, I mean, you're essentially castrating somebody and you're mutilating them and they can't go back. And you give them all kinds of hormones. The people around behind this are fanatics, for political fanatics, and also people can make a little moolah out of things. The halftime star, what is this? Yes, halftime star. I don't know. Halftime star? Oh, this is by the body. I find out Bad Bunny has no voice. You know, he didn't have that little machine that makes your voice sound better, argumentative, and then it would have without it. Not such a good scene. Jail for the monster. Yeah, this woman, babe, I'll tell you that much, babe. But she impregnated, got pregnant by an underage boy, which she was the school teacher of. And it broke his heart. You say, well, how could you know? So she's not that bad looking. Maybe it's a good time Charlie situation. Well, what happens is he loves her, like a little boy can only love a woman, and she aborts the kid that he got pregnant by, out of spite, out of drama. She got 10 years. She should be getting life for taking the child's life, the unborn. Uh, Historic temple in danger. You know, the Obama this situation trying to prove it's not racist or anti-Jewish. Now they're going to destroy an old temple that's been around for 100 years. That was established for the rise of anti-Semitism during the turn of the other century. They have no honor. No, I tell you. You know what they're doing? There's a lot of people. They're pro Palestinian or pro radical Islam. Now look, a lot of Imams are moderate, but you got some who want to pass Sharia's law to outlaw doggies in the rooms and to make this is a totalitarian concept. And of course, it's all headdress. So you're gonna take our doggies away. Maybe the liberals will get that because there are a lot of doggies lovers in the liberal community. Say, wait, no, this will never affect me. It'll affect you if you're there long enough. Yeah, expansionist ideology. Yeah, I call it ideology. Gender concealed. And it's the power of these people. Don't underestimate the left. They are powerful. They are insidious and they never let it go. They'll come back in 50 years, even though they've murdered and killed and oppressed so many people. Don't matter. A lot of people, they want to be safe from the womb to the grave. Even though in the most circumstances, when you get to be a communist, you go to the grave first. What's the eternal fear of Mr. Trump? Because Trump's hand is guided by God himself. That's what they fear. A guy was beating up an old Jewish kid. He assaulted him. And a guy came in and he interfered And he's the guy that got arrested. Can you believe this stuff? It's unbelievable. Uh, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, honestly, the situation's out of control. Now, Mama knows best. These girls are very stubborn, and they don't know that they should submit to the man. That's their job. Make a sandwich for a man, cook for a man, do what you're supposed to do, and service to men, and you know, now they're like, oh no, I gotta get my mommy to help me get a man. Why don't you just act like a human being? Shut your mouth. Speak when you're spoken to. I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I don't really mean it. I'm a total wimp in real life. Melania's piece pooches. Yeah, the Milan's gonna get the pooches. This is what I read there before. I said, oh, leave the pooches alone on presidents. Yeah, bastards. What do I got here? You got things here? Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Me, and I'm beaten, and I got God's eye that sees the world through my eyes. Don't forget, He sees the world through all of our eyes, and He makes a decision accordingly. You puzzle that out. Hmm. Uh, Trumpy, Trumpy, Trumpy. Oh, I love my little Trumpy. He's my president, can't you see? He's there for you and me. He's Mr. Donald home over Trump, and he's a little heavy. Oh,